Afternoon everyone. So belated video here for another one of my prize saws. This is another one of my Jonsered 80s. I have several of these, and so this one's up for sale on eBay for spares or repair, and I'll just do a quick video of it starting, running and idling. It starts beautifully, it idles beautifully. It's not a saw, unlike a couple of my other ones that I use to cut wood. It's just one I have on display and kind of just in my private collection. So I'll show it running, and then I'll do a little walk around of the saw and take the covers off so people see exactly what it looks like on the inside, which, you know, is, if you're buying from a distance, it's nice to see exactly how someone's kept their item. Well, if a lot of you are looking at it, you may already know this is an 80cc saw, Swedish made, and so Jonsered are part of the Husqvarna group. So it's got a 19-inch nominal Husqvarna bar and kill switch. Only thing missing, which I've been struggling to find, which I bought several, they've been missing, is the little throttle lock pin, which just helps it stay on while you're priming it. So it makes it a touch more difficult to prime, but I've been looking, but as they say, keine Erfolg. I've had no success, as they say in Germany. Right, kill switch. Well, I hope that's clear. The throttle is fabulous, it's instantaneous on the throttle, and it comes back to idle very quickly. Right, let's take this side cover off. I'd actually bought, oh, excuse the camera shake, for this, a couple of my ones I keep hanging up, I've bought stainless steel screw sets for them. I like the way it kind of sets the saws off. Okay, I'm going to put the camera back up and then take the covers off and bring the camera back down. Otherwise I'm going to take a lot longer to do that. So these saws were made 1970 to 1980, around that time, and they are, I think the quoted horsepower or the quoted kilowatt output is a 3.5 kilowatt, so they are maybe, that's 4.5 horsepower, just over 4.5 horsepower, not quite 5 horsepower. And I know a couple of people I know have actually ported these now and done some exhaust mods, and they say they're immense. Well, I think they're immense already. So on this particular saw I was missing a couple of parts, and I bought another saw for spares. I was missing a genuine pulley, which I didn't like, and so I put the pulley in, and it had a better grill, and the other one was a slight crack through the back, and so I found another one which has got no cracks on and just made it more perfect. Okay, let's going to take the top cover off as well. I think it's nice to see everything. A couple of people I've spoken to are in Norway, and this would be important for them to be able to see exactly the condition inside, which you rarely get to see if you're buying in an auction. So hopefully this will be helpful for those people out there as well. Any people that don't know, the Jonsereds are slightly unusual. They have an outboard coil, so the coil is mounted within the magnesium lid. Grab one additional screwdriver. So it's an unusual setup, but it means that in the event of a coil failure, rather than have to strip the engine and remove the flywheel, you can just simply get to it within, well, seconds in fact. Air filter. There. So this is the outboard coil, which I really like that arrangement in fact. For a number of reasons. If saws ever get soaking wet, or they become submerged or they're left out, water can get in behind the seal of the flywheel and actually can sit on these components for a long time. On the Jonsereds, of course, they're elevated up underneath the cover and they're protected from that. Right, let's get the camera down and do a little walk around. If anybody kind of makes any observations and think, well, actually I'd be good to see this or that, then just message me and I'm happy to do it. So there's the cover. No brakes other than a slight edge off of the handle. In fact, that's a handle which I'd replaced recently as well, which my other one was even more badly damaged on the other side. Side cover, no damage. L theatre. Pull housing, undamaged. It's a beautifully clean saw. No fin damage on the engine. There's one vein missing off of the flywheel. Both the starter pulls perfect. See if I can turn this around carefully. Exhaust is in nice condition. They often get beaten up and holed and just generally become a throwaway item, but that's in nice condition still. Little serial number plate. There's the throttle pip, which is missing, which I am still trying to get hold of one for it. Guide plates in good condition. The Husqvarna bar and chain, still with some life in it. So overall it's a beautiful, beautiful vintage saw, which is, approaching between 40 and 50 years old. So it's up for spares or repair on eBay. I think it'll become very obvious or apparent when you look at it that I haven't cut with it. It's in beautiful, clean condition. And if anybody wants to come and take a look at the saw, see it running in person, then feel free to message and you'd be very welcome to come over and take a look. Right, I'll put it back together very quickly if I can and show it restarting, and hopefully that'll be suitable for one of you out there. I can see the video's already got to a long length of time, so I'll be fast if I can. it's a strange thing when you look at the power outputs of, I've probably mentioned this a lot in my videos, but I find it fascinating really that even through the period of time which takes place, the old saws are, they're just immense, and they just make the power at lower RPM, and presumably then, just like on older engines, I haven't checked, but I presume they must have a longer stroke, which of course if the piston's travelling further means you don't get the RPM, but with the longer stroke comes great torque. That's why they're so satisfying to cut with, which is a bit like me on my on the BMW motorcycles, like the Boxer twins. When they would rev, they're only low RPM compared to 4-cylinder engines, but the longer stroke, the mass of the pistons and the flywheel means they're incredibly torquey engines and incredibly satisfying to run. Okay. Sorry if this video's gone long for people. If anyone's not a fan of the stainless steel screws, they can of course still go back to the original black, like the Japan black screws. But I quite like them with the stainless steel. They obviously don't rust. They're not prone to tarnishing. Okay, quickly do a restart, and hopefully that's something that's suitable for one of you guys out there. Or, just as a side note, if anybody has one of these for sale, please message me and you could put it up on eBay for sale, and I'll gratefully buy it, just to make it complete again. Kill switch. Entschuldigung, or in Tütelslides. Sorry if that's a long video. Thanks for watching, and any questions, please just message. Bye for now.